Hello, Adele Mitchell here, and today I'm going to be doing your tarot scope for this coming week. I'm going to be covering the sign of Pisces, and so if you have a Pisces in your sun, moon, or rising signs, this reading is for you. I also encourage you to take from it what serves your highest good and leave behind what does not resonate, as this is a general reading. And we are going to start with the House of Self. So this here is my zodiac board. We're going to tap into all 12 houses of your astrology sign today. In your House of Self, you have received the Balance card. Okay, so Pisces, what's going on with you right now looks to be very comforting. There's some assertiveness that you have attained recently where you're kind of like on a track that feels right for you. Excuse me, a past connection that you've shared with someone is finally coming to a place of feeling like you've put in the work and the time and you're starting to see the result being something that you really approve of. In your House of Possession, you've received the Seven of Wands card. Now this is, the Seven of Pentacles. This is solidifying what I was just saying, kind of like you've planted those seeds and now you're going to watch them grow. This does have to do with a relationship. It's showing up to be with a friendship or a partner, but someone that you knew you needed to give a little extra of your time and effort and energy to. Your intuition kind of told you to do that, and this looks like something that happened week prior from now. And you're really seeing the outcome coming through here as being very progressive. So you can kind of sit back a little bit, not push yourself too much further, because now it's just kind of a time to receive in a well of positivity between you and this other person. In your communications house, you have the Ace of Cups. All your conversations that you have with others this week are going to pertain to very prosperous type of topics. So people are going to be talking to you about almost like fantasy-like stuff, but things that they want to accomplish in their lives. And you're going to be in alignment with them because you too are going to kind of be in this mindset of wanting to do the same thing. So, and this goes for whoever you share conversations with, your partner, somebody that you're just starting to talk to, a friend, a family member, any person that you cross paths with this coming week. Even strangers are going to carry this like light-hearted vibration around with them that's going to really jive with you in a good way. In your family house, you have received another Ace card, the Ace of Wands. Okay, so somebody in your family looks to be partnering up with you, whether it be a sibling or a cousin or somebody, even a parent figure, but someone in your family that you're related to or that you would consider to be your family wants to collaborate with you in some way, because there is an opportunity arising for the both of you to kind of take the reins of and ride off into the sunset together. If you've been considering starting a business, or if you're feeling the need to tap into something that is creative, something that you're already very trained to do, this is going to very much be a way to serve your soul. You can also trust that the person that you are collaborating with is going to be a very good team player and someone that's going to be honest with you all along the way. In your House of Pleasure, you have received the Strength card. Okay. There's a little bit of mixed stuff going on here. We're coming up with this person from the week prior or maybe the month prior where you felt like you needed to give a little bit more of yourself to. They're kind of coming up here in your pleasure house too. So this seems to be a main player in your week this week who's going to help you feel a revival of what makes you feel good, happy, joy, peace, all that stuff inside of you. With the pleasure house, they're going to be building you up, giving you strength. I see them forgiving you. So if there's something that kind of came up in the past where the two of you met at a crossroads where they were kind of doubting your intentions for that connection, that's something that's definitely going to be pushed into the past because they're going to forgive what kind of came about during that time. You do not have to worry about them having second thoughts of being involved with you because they're going to feel very good about what to look forward to with you. In your health house, you've received the 7 of Wands. Okay, so there looks to be like an internal battle going on. So there's days where you wake up and you feel like kind of tired, like you're just like you need a change, but you're also not implementing anything to make those changes happen. So this card comes to you in your health house to say that there's something that needs to be switched up this week. And once you do switch it up, it's going to be something that is going to be giving you longevity. So it's not just, okay, well then this week you're going to take, less caffeine breaks, right? You're going to drink less caffeine and everything will be fine. No, this is like a new pattern that has to take form in order for you to emphasize good outcome with your health. So be aware of what your habits are. There's something that you already know you need to change and you really need to do that this week. Okay, in your partnership house, you received the King of Pentacles. We'll put him right here, and it looks like there is a lot of emotion being transmitted between you and your partner, so the person that you connect with the most. The two of you are going to be very open, honest, sharing with one another in a personal way. If you've been wanting your person to be more outspoken about what they need from you, they surely will this week. So that's going to be a blessing almost in disguise because you're not totally expecting it, but it's actually going to be something that comes through. So a lot of communication happening, within your communication house. We saw here that there is, new stuff coming up, balance, good vibrations. And in your transformation house, you have received the 5 of Wands. Here we can see that there are some complications that are going to be arising this week for you when it comes to those that you've had trouble with before. If you find that you're kind of like in a situation with someone where it just seems to be really easy to rub each other the wrong way, like just easy to argue with, there's a need for change here. So if this is like a roommate that you just don't vibe with very well, or a coworker that just drives you crazy, this is showing here that something has to be transformed. And excuse me, with that is going to come your efforts. So making a plan to, talk to the boss and say, hey, I can't work with this lady anymore, or this guy. What can we do to switch things up? You're really going to have to stand in your power here. Also, what else was coming up with this card? Oh, if it is like a living situation, this too is going to need to be a time where you compromise, even if it's with yourself. Letting go, moving forward, figuring out a plan that will serve your highest good. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going forward on this path, and it's going to feel really yucky. In your philosophy house, you've received the wise counsel. Your intuition is going to be very on point this week as you start to discover things about yourself that you kind of always knew were there, but they're really going to be under like a microscope at this point, kind of coming to light in a way that you never thought was actually going to be. So here we are in this week where these self-realizations are coming about. I see it has a lot to do with your health house and also with your transformation house, making these changes, stepping forward, saying, you know what, there is a problem here, and it's time to face it head on. Also, I want to add that with the philosophy house and your intuition, you're going to be guided by your mental power as opposed to your emotional power. So emotions aside, Pisces, you can tap into the things that you need just using what you have going on in your conscious mind. You'll also be able to connect with the universe in a very good way this week. So use that to your advantage too. Don't feel like you can't, call on your guides or your angels to be there to support you through this time. In your reputation house, you have the sun. People really like you this week. There is this energy about you, perhaps it's the transitions, the changes that you're going to be making. I'm also picking up on this level of like maturity changing for you too, where before you kind of like threw things to the side or you overlooked them or you thought, oh, it'll figure it out on its own. But standing in your power is what we said here with your transformation house, is something that people are going to see you doing, and they're going to almost see like you're changing in a sense of like your personality, the way that you carry yourself, right? People are just going to have like these aha moments where they're really going to be impressed by you. In your friendship house, this feels like a big one. You have the 9 of Cups. Something that you've been wanting for a while to kind of take place between you and someone else, it needs to be asked for. So as we saw, where was it? In your philosophy house, it was the wise counsel coming here, showing like signs of intuitiveness and speaking to the divine source. It's coming up again in your friendship house. So what you want to see change, what you want to see in regards to the person that you are interacting with on a friendship level is going to need to be manifested in a way. It's not going to be in regards to your transformation house where you step in your power and you present yourself to this friend like, this is what I want, this is what needs to change, and this is how it's going to be. It's going to be much different with this friend because the two of you are going to need to kind of move forward together in order to make the friendship work. So wishing for that, creating it in a way that will work for you, even if it's on the sidelines. So like not presenting it to this person so boldly as you will be in other areas of your life, but maybe just even writing it down. Write a little letter to the universe and say, hey, I really want this friendship to go this way so it can serve us both better in the future. In your 12th house, this is your unconscious house, the blind reading part of your week ahead. You have the Ace of Swords. You've got so many aces going on here in this week ahead. Okay. You are on a path to having some serious realizations. We've seen it all throughout this week, but this is really like the foundation of what's to come for you just in the next few days ahead. So take it very seriously and not with a grain of salt per se, right? Tap into this. Trust in the choices that you're making, the people that you are talking to, the plans that you're making, everything that you put your mind to can turn into gold. So keep that, on the forefront of your conscious mind, because subconsciously there's going to be a lot of power and energy working for you in a positive way. Thank you so much, Pisces, for being here today. I love doing readings for you, and I love to do more for you in the future, so be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't lose me in the mix, and I invite you back anytime. I wish you a very blessed week ahead.